Hey now, welcome to Talkin Van Halen on Twitch, the weekly Van Halen show. I think the only Van Halen show on Twitch. Possibly.
I like the sound of that.
I like it too, man. What is today? February 23rd, 2022, 8:04 p.m. Eastern, 5:04 Pacific. Out here, I think we're both Pacific, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Santa Cruz and
Yakima, Washington.
Yakima. Very cool. My name's Johnny Beane. Kurt 5150 here.
You said we probably won't have 3 people watching, and we have 4 or 5 already.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, I think we have 5. I think we have 5 people. Nice.
That's awesome.
Polly Walnuts, hey dude, Trev Strem, Wayne Furman, Steve-O, Mikins. Look at that, 8 people. 8 or 9, I'm not sure. Because if you're watching, that counts as 1. If I'm watching, that counts as 1. So 7 people. Thank you. Uncle Leo.
Oh, hey. I think we know who that is.
Hey, Leo. Hi, Leo. Robert Ranford. Look at this. Man. We got more people here than some other Van Halen channels on YouTube. Dang. 13. Yeah. Dang it.
Same day, too. Uncle Leo, what am I getting for Christmas, buddy? Hopefully it's not a fruitcake again.
Oh, no. No, thank you.
No, that was terrible.
But hey, you guys, welcome. And hey, what? This is a pretty much a brand new show here on Twitch, but we do another show on YouTube Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. And this show is actually repurposed for Mondays on YouTube at 5 p.m. Eastern. Yep. And as you can see, we like to give ourselves our own applause. So, whenever you're watching this, however you're watching this, welcome and make sure to smash that subscribe button or that follow button. And if there's a thumbs up anywhere, smash that thumbs up. So Kurt 5150, great to see you, man.
You too, Johnny. Thanks for having me. I know everyone wants 8 days a week content, and this is the best we can do. Right?
I'm working on it. I mean, it never stops. Never. It's great. Like, I can't remember yesterday, tomorrow I won't remember this, but it's a lot of fun. I love doing this stuff, and glad to see a lot of people here.
Uncle Leo says I'm going to get a Funko Pop for Christmas. It looks like the Neanderthal version. So I'm wondering if that's long hair version or ponytail version of Neanderthal.
Speaking of that, actually, speaking of the Funko Pops, I have one right here, which I'm actually giving away this Friday. This Friday, I'm actually doing a giveaway, February 25th, over on YouTube, Johnny Beane TV on YouTube. I'll be giving this away during the show, during our other Van Halen show called Exclusively Van Halen, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, on Fridays on YouTube and Facebook. So I'll be giving this away then. So make sure you tune in. You have to subscribe to be in the chat. You have to be in the chat even to participate. But have you seen one of these yet? Do you have one of these?
Nope. I have 2 on order, waiting for March to roll around. Unless I win it on Friday, then I'll turn around and give it away to someone else.
Man, yeah, I've had 4 of them so far. No, 3. Cool. No, 4. Wait, 2. I got 2. Actually, thank you to Polly Walnuts one more time.
He's in the chat.
There he is. Thank you to Polly Walnuts. Actually, I got access to 2 of them, and then actually there was a store. I was driving by a store, and they actually had 2 of them there, and I bought them. So I had 4. So I've had 4. I gave 1 away already. I'm going to give another one away this Friday, and then I have 1 on order that I'm actually getting in a month. March 17th, I think, was the date for that.
These things are hot. Like, remember the Furby?
I had one of those, man. I had one of those things. They go off at 4 in the morning. They scare you to death.
Whoa. This thing will not mute. All right, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Ad break already.
So, yeah,
oh, awesome.
Yeah, Furby. And what was the other one? Tickle Me Elmo.
Right.
Those were hot for a while. These Funko Pops are the same thing. Everyone wants one.
Especially this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. Thank you to our friend Steve Carmichael. I have Sting, Andy, and Stewart from the Police. And then now the Eddie Van Halen. So yeah, they're great. They're great. So we should probably get into some of this because this is kind of like a quick show.
Yeah, Johnny, I know last week you unboxed the gunner strap.
Right.
And I've been in contact with Fairfield Guitars throughout the week. I think Steve-O 5150, he's in here. We're in a little group chat through Instagram, and he wanted me to tell everyone that he's in the process of making another 50. So as soon as you guys,
cool.
As soon as he's done making those 50, I'll let you guys know and get them while they're hot. I think his other ones sold, within 3 or 4 days. So.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, those are cool. Those are cool. Huh? People are saying there's a bunch of ads playing. I'm not pushing any buttons. I don't know. Maybe they just have to get them out of the way, or maybe they know. I think that they know the length of the show tonight.
Right.
But let's see. So yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, those straps are great. I did the unboxing. Yeah, last week on here, and then I showed it off on Friday on the YouTube Van Halen show. And Robert Ranford, you just got one? Wow, man. Very cool. Yeah, they're awesome.
You got another show tonight with Boner Jams. I think he's lurking because he just sent me a text. He must not be
cool.
Checked in on Twitch, but he's watching from afar. Deep down inside, we know that Boner Jams loves Van Halen. He just hasn't come to that realization yet.
Van Halen's awesome. Van Halen is awesome. You know what else is awesome?
What's that, Johnny?
That Wolfgang Van Halen Mammoth WVH. What it looks like he might have his own signature guitar. Actually, we saw they were playing in Denver a few nights back, and it looked like he was playing a guitar that was a little different from the guitar he was normally playing, and it says EVH on the top.
Yeah.
So it looks like we got a few photos here. So basically, like I'm gonna say a semi-hollow.
Yeah, semi-hollow. one F-hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure it is.
So there's nothing official yet. He hasn't announced anything. I think you had said something, right? You had messaged me on the Discord earlier, or you had messaged or you had commented. I think I read, saying that we might see those in a couple years. I would actually predict we'll see them much sooner than that. I would think.
Right. Because typically Eddie would road test, one of them for a year before they came out. If you think about the first PV Wolfgang. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he road tested it on the Balance Tour. 2007 when the EVH Wolfgang came out, he road tested it for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Wolfgang's kind of beats to his own drum and is doing his own thing, but this is cool. I knew he would try to come out with a semi hollow body. Just seeing it when he was playing the 335 and the, what is it, Starcaster? Is that another one he plays?
Yeah, yeah.
Or Roadmaster or
Star, star,
Road
star, star,
Roadstar.
Starcaster.
Star.
A Roadstar is an Ibanez. There's a Fender Starcaster, which I believe he was playing, which is like a semi hollow
Yeah.
guitar, and then the Gibson. He was playing the Gibsons for a while as well.
Right.
And I said this the other night or a couple days. I don't know. I do so many of these shows. I can't remember. I can't remember tomorrow already. Okay. But I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of 335 style guitars. I have one back here. That it was my main guitar for a lot of years. Still is. And you know, also being a huge fan of the EVH gear brand, just to bring the two together. That's amazing.
Best of both
That's
worlds.
amazing. Yeah, literally, and it'll be interesting. It'll be well, you know, when you think of EVH guitars, a lot of them have locking tremolos. You know, let's see if we have do I even have a photo? Well, I mean, I have. Let's see. I've got the. Well, let's just say Van Halen. Let's just say it in general.
Okay.
You know, when you think of Van Halen guitars, you think of a Floyd Rose tremolo or a Floyd Rose licensed tremolo. You think of a locking tremolo, right? And on the Wolfgang guitars, going back to we could do a whole thing. You know, the Ernie Ball Music Man guitars had
Yep.
you know, the Ernie Ball Music Man guitar is more similar to what's out there now. That was kind of like the first of the Van
mother.
Halen, the mother of like the Van Halen guitar with the two pickups, volume, locking tremolo, and there were also non-locking, well, not non-locking, hardtail,
Stop tailpiece. Yeah.
stop tailpiece. There were stop tailpiece versions of the Music Mans, of the PVs as well, I believe. Yeah, and then of the EVH or EVH gear Wolfgangs. I actually have like 2 or 3 of them back there.
Yep.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is it might be, you know, kind of shocking or weird to some people to think, oh, there's an EVH guitar out there with no Floyd style tremolo. But that's not true, as there always has been models without them.
You held one. You held one of Eddie's. I don't know if it was a neck through or a set neck. The one that the burst one. Didn't you hold one at NAMM?
Yeah, I played it. I played it a couple times. Yeah. That was what they called the LT.
Like Les Paul type.
LT. It was named for Larry Thomas, who from Fender, I believe. I think that's what it was, but I think they changed the name so they're not called that anymore. I think. John Beale. But they don't even make those guitars anymore. They don't make those. Right. There's been several guitars in the line that have been out and they're not around anymore. But what I'm trying to get at is it might be, you know, a little weird to some people thinking, oh, there'll be an EVH guitar without a trem or even like a semi-hollow or whatever. But no, this is just the next step. This is just the progression of the brand.
Yeah, and you can keep that up, Johnny, if you want. And we'll talk a little about one cool thing I know is the input jack is on the face of the guitar like a 335, which is really cool. Of course, the 4 knobs. I wonder about the pickups, if they're a PAF style or if they're a Wolfgang with a cover on them. I know you have one, I think, in the neck of your black Wolfgang with the stop tailpiece. The block
Yeah.
inlays.
The chrome cover.
Yeah, the
pickups.
chrome cover. So the block inlays, and I know his have the Mammoth logo on the 12th fret, which is pretty badass too.
Yeah.
There you go, right there.
There
And
it
the
is.
headstock, I'm really interested to see what that truss rod cover says.
I know.
Because there's rumors going that if Wolfgang was going to do a guitar, he would name it Ed.
Yeah. Well, I think the story. I think what that was him saying if they came out with a bass,
Oh, okay,
they would
okay,
call it the Ed. I
all
think
right,
that's what he was talking about. But it also looks like that there is a Wolfgang bass out there because his bass player is
right.
in Mammoth is actually playing an EVH bass.
And I know we
So
don't see the back of this thing, but I'm assuming it's a set neck. Um, the strap button is on the where the neck plate would be,
hmm
but who knows?
Oh, there it is. You can see it. It's a hook.
Yeah,
You can see it under there. It's one of the
it's hard to tell if there's a neck plate or if it's a set neck. You know, I guess we won't know till we see more photos, but I'm assuming it's probably a set neck. What do you think?
I think it probably is too because the Wolfgang that I played, the one that was Eddie's at Nam, the one you were just talking about, that was a set neck. There was no neck plate.
Yeah. And I think the
So
headstock's awesome on that one with the binding and the top cutaway. That's awesome. I love it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's cool, and yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see what pickups those are, whether they're super hot Wolfgang pickups or if they're brand new, like a PAF style. You know, that'll
That
be
would be
interesting.
that would be cool.
And
Oh, Fail for Your Guitars, he's in here right now.
hey, dude.
What's up, man? I did
Hey,
a
hey,
shout out a
everybody.
few minutes ago.
Yes. Yeah, welcome you guys. And I know here on Twitch there isn't really a thumbs up feature, but um I think you can do something.
Just instead of a thumbs up, just tell someone else about this show.
Yes, tell your friends. Tell all your non-believing YouTube friends that Twitch is awesome and to especially to be over here on Wednesdays.
Yeah. And
Especially.
Steve-O 5150 says 316 truss rod cover. That would be cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't even see that. Although, yeah, I would think over the next week or so, we'll be seeing more photos of those guitars
Yeah.
and more professional photos of them from the shows. So we probably will see the headstock very soon and see
Yeah.
what it actually says. You know what the name is, and I know these. You know, it's like I guess they'd be considered prototypes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely see them being production model guitars. And like I said, I think sooner than later, I think we'll see them. I don't think it will take a couple years for us to see those, to see EVH offer them up. I think possibly by NAM next year,
Sure.
we'll probably see them. Is my guess.
It looks comfortable, doesn't it? The thickness of it, and I'm sure it's probably a decent weight.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, one of the reasons I love playing hollow semi hollow guitars myself is because they're so easy to play
Yeah.
because of just the type of guitar that they are,
Yep.
and I know they're not for everybody. You know, especially if you're really into the the hot rodded whammy bar style
Shredder.
guitar, shredder. Yeah, there you go, shredder. But I do see these things being shredders as well.
Uh-huh.
So it's definitely EVHs. And somebody, was it on Instagram or Facebook or somewhere, somebody was asking, oh, do you think Wolfgang designed that guitar, or do you think it's an EVH Gear designed guitar? And either I thought this or I responded back to them. I'm thinking I replied back to them. I'm thinking it was on one of my posts on my EVH Gear Live Instagram. I either thought this or I was going to reply or I did reply. Dude, both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he is EVH Gear. That's his company now.
Yep.
So definitely, if whoever, who knows? Who knows? Maybe Edward. Maybe he had a hand in designing these, a few years ago. I mean, it's possible these have been in the works for years. It's possible.
Yeah.
Because anything EVH Gear that came out eventually, it was around a couple of years before.
Yep.
A lot of times. Because I actually did a tour of EVH Gear several years ago, and I did see some things that came out eventually a couple of years later. So,
and if you guys remember the interview from '95 with friend of the show Chris Gill, talking,
hey Chris,
talking to Eddie about the Balanced
Mhm.
album, where he used the 335 on the solo for Big Fat Money. Eddie said, I love playing the 335. You can really, he said, it's very comfortable to me, and the neck's perfect. So even Eddie loved the 335. And I've seen photos of 5150 where he had more than two hanging on the wall in the studio, which I'm sure you've seen those.
Oh, probably, yeah. But no, he was saying in interviews way back in the late 70s, early 80s that he loved 335 guitars. He had said that way back in the day. So that's, me being a Van Halen nerd,
Speaking of nerds,
there you go. But being a Van Halen nerd, guitar nerd, Eddie saying in an interview from I think it was the Jazz Obrecht interview from, it might have been the April 80 Guitar World, a Guitar Player cover story, possibly. It might have been, I don't know. But one of those where he said he loved 335s. He said he could really haul, blank on them and play. And that's exactly the truth. That's exactly the truth. And one of the great things about playing guitars like that is you can shred on them, but it makes you play differently. You're not relying on the whammy bar.
right?
And it really makes you think differently and come up with different licks and different ideas and things.
Wayno asked if this was a WAF bumper sticker. Yes, it is. And Johnny, this is a friend of the show. Lenny Lou sent this to me.
Oh, awesome.
So, Lenny Lou, hope you're doing well. Get better. But yes, Wayno, that's what that is.
Yes, that's cool. And hey, yeah, Lenny Lou, if you see this, Lenny Lou and Mary, we're all thinking about you guys, and we hope you guys are get well.
Yep.
Get well very soon.
What else was I going to say, Johnny? One more thing about that guitar.
It's super awesome.
Yeah. Well, I know what I was going to say. One of Wolf's best friends is Tremonti, which plays Paul Reed Smith semi-hollow body. And if you think about some of the newer bands like Shinedown, what's the other band he is part or toured with? Alter Bridge. Those guys play those semi-hollow body Paul Reed Smiths.
Right.
I mean, it's almost kind of cool again,
Well, yeah. I mean, the Paul Reed Smith. I myself, I've never owned a Paul Reed Smith. I was this close to owning a Paul Reed Smith because of Ted Nugent back in the day, the damn Yankees. I wanted one because of that. But I opened up a Guitar World magazine one day and I see this photo of Eddie holding this this red guitar saying I endorsed my old guitar, but I designed this one. Big difference. I see that, and I'm like, forget the Paul Reed Smith. I want that.
Yeah.
And I got it. And and of course we're talking about the Ernie Ball Music Man, the mother of, actually you could say the mother of that guitar.
Yeah.
Really,
Sure.
you can say that the Ernie Ball Music Man started a whole chain of models and instruments that, yeah, man. But yeah. What I was gonna say though, Paul Reed Smith, definitely, there is, the Tremonti connection. Uh, I mean, that's a big guitar brand. I mean, Paul Reed. There's a shop in Danville, California, where actually I'll be over that way tomorrow. So Laz, if you're watching, maybe I'll see you there tomorrow. Laz.
No sauce on the nut, Laz.
Yeah, who puts nut sauce on a locking nut? That makes no sense. But Danville Music in Danville, California, they have a Paul Reed Smith room there, and so I mean, Thursday technically is the one day where I don't do a show. Well, unless I'm at Guitar Center or Danville Music. I could actually film. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll film something at Danville Music in the Paul Reed Smith room tomorrow, and have a video for you guys from that tomorrow.
Cool.
Maybe live, maybe Memorex. I don't know.
But one more thing on the 335. I remember reading an interview. It might have been the audio with Jazz Olbrich, where Eddie talked about playing the 335, and I think David Lee Roth got on him and said, you're not. Who's the guy that wore the glasses? Roy Orbison. Yeah, and he says, "Yeah, you're not Roy Orbison. You're Eddie Van Halen."
Either get some dark glasses or ditch that guitar, I think was the
yeah. So I think there's a connection there. I really do, like a deep connection for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Wolfgang doesn't want to go out there riding the coattails of his father and playing all of his stuff. He's trying to come up with his own identity, his own formula, his own music, where this is a way to set himself apart to where he can prove that he is who he is, versus trying to copy or go down the same path as his dad. And I don't blame him. And in fact, I'm sure Ed probably told him the same thing: do your own thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, I know we don't have too much time here today, but maybe I'm sure we'll be talking more about this on Friday.
Friday,
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific on YouTube, exclusively Van Halen. Although right now you're watching Talkin Van Halen on Twitch.
Any teasers on Friday's show, Johnny?
Oh, we have a guest. We actually have a guest.
You said you were going to announce it, and I've been scouring the internet, high and low, checking every.
Oh, I haven't announced it yet. Because we haven't tested yet. I'd like to do a test before we actually do it. I don't think there's any need to announce it actually. But join us Friday on YouTube for our other Van Halen show, exclusively Van Halen, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. We'll have a guest. We'll have somebody who is, I would say, one of the world's largest Van Halen collectors. I would say. He has a major Van Halen collection. Major Van Halen collection. And he's going to do a walkthrough through his collection for us on Friday.
Oh, cool.
So, but we haven't done a test yet, so I'd rather not announce it. Although I just kind of did. Although I'm not going to say his name yet. But look for that Friday. And also, I'll be giving this away Friday.
Big show.
The Eddie Van Halen Funko Pop. Be giving that away as well.
Funko Friday.
Funko Friday. That's right. So you have to be subscribed on YouTube. You have to be subscribed to participate in the chat, to participate in the giveaway. So jump over there. And I think most of you guys that are here live with us know exactly where that is, but just in case, I'll put the link in the chat.
After you do a test. I got a friend of mine who should have done a test with his girlfriend before he announced that she was his girlfriend.
Huh? Oh. Oh my gosh.
Little inside joke there.
Hey, Octopus Ears. Hey, man. Serwin11. Serwin11, thank you so much, dude. Your donation yesterday, dude. Thank you so much, man. And Mikins. Thank you, Mikins. You guys are just awesome. You guys are awesome, man.
Fragpin in as well. Man, we got a few people jumping in here.
Awesome. Dude, I'm shocked. Before we went live, I was telling Kurt 5150, I'm like, dude, I'll be shocked if there's 3 people watching us.
There's 24 in here.
Shocked. I mean, we got 24 people sitting here. Well, if you count us, round it down to at least 22, but still, I'm shocked. That's 20 more people than I thought we were going to have.
Thank you, everyone.
Really shocked that you
Thank
guys
you.
are
We love you
here.
all.
Kisses, everybody.
Just trying to think if I had a kiss. I don't.
There you go. Fragpin, thank you for subscribing, man. Thank you so much, awesome. Dudes. Subscribe with Prime. Oh, yeah, I should probably announce that. Yeah, you guys can actually subscribe for free using Amazon Prime here on Twitch. So that means if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can hit that subscribe button, help support this channel, support these shows.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, as long as you have Prime, it's free.
There we go. I got to do it. Fragpin, his icon is the stripes, so he's a nut just like us.
Oh, man. Very cool.
So, Johnny, how many years ago today?
Oh, man.
Right here, right now. I'm not good with math. If
I don't even want to know.
Calculator on my phone, I don't know where I'd be. I know I was 15, 29 years ago today. So now you guys know my age. I was 15 when, and this is actually the CD from when I was 15. Look at this thing. It's all beat up.
That's the.
I'm listing the liner notes in it.
The fold out.
I think I might have taken them and cut it up and put it on my wall or in my locker. But man alive, when this came out, I remember my dad rented a motorhome and we went on a family trip to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And at 15, what are you going to do sitting in a motorhome for 6 hours a day?
Well, it depends if there's a bathroom in there.
Where's it at? Hold on. I'm not quick on the.
Because, dude, it's like every 20 minutes.
Anyway, whenever I listen to that album, it always reminds me of that trip. Just looking out the window, watching Western America go by. Listen to that album; it's awesome. And then also the DVD. What do you call this, Johnny?
DVD.
There you go. 93.
1993.
I think I had the VHS and my brother had the laser disc. Man, I would love to have that laser disc. I'm sure it's probably in a dumpster somewhere or in a landfill, but
probably scratched up.
That was cool when that came out. Did you have the VHS?
Oh yeah, dude. I bought the DVDs. I bought the cassettes and the VHS all same first day they came out. I can tell you exactly. I bought them at was it? It wasn't. Was it called the Warehouse? Might have been called the Warehouse, El Cerrito, California. It was this record
And
shop just right down the street from where I lived.
the DVD had different songs, right? Let me figure it out.
Yes, at least maybe 2 or 3,
Two?
maybe.
Keep
And
talking.
not only that, I was a huge Van Halen collector back then, and I would get all the import stuff as well. So there was actually a lot of import CD singles that were released from that. Not only that, there was a Japanese double CD that I had, which had a bonus mini CD
Really?
that was inside. So it was 3 CDs.
I remember those.
And what songs were on that?
Japan, huh?
Yeah, it was from Japan. And the thing is, the later. Okay, so I mean, this is where it can get kind of confusing. The Foreign Lawful. I mean, that's basically the Foreign Lawful Carnal Knowledge tour is what that is, or what that's from. It was Van Halen
Some of
released
it.
a record in 1991 called Foreign Lawful Carnal Knowledge. Foreign Lawful Carnal Knowledge. I should just do a whole show like that.
Skip.
Yeah, I'll skip that. They did the 91 tour. It was 91, 92 because I met Billy Sheehan. I was hanging out with Mr. Big for a day in 92, and Van Halen was coming to town later that month. And I asked Billy, hey, can you get me backstage passes to Van Halen? And he's like, no, I can't, So that was my only time talking to him until, now, talking to him recently. Anyway, so Van Halen, they release a live record, supposedly. There's always something kind of weird about that audience noise. That's the one thing that just was kind of strange was there was an audience loop. Like it loops. You can actually hear it.
It's
And
white
that
noise almost.
yeah. And that told me, well, there's something strange with this recording, with this audience loop, and then the way that you hear them play. You see them live. Let's say the VHS. You hear the audio, but you see them live. And I had seen Van Halen a few times before that. And so to me, it was always like, something's not matching up with the energy of the music and with the energy of them on stage. There's something isn't right.
Right.
And then years later, we find out that they went to mix the record, and I guess they started, because there actually are some more. How can I put this? Sammy Hagar did a show from Cabo Wabo in '92 where they actually debuted a lot of those tracks on the radio. I remember hearing them. I remember recording the cassette and listening to that cassette all the time. This was actually a year or so before that the Right Here Right Now album came out. So those
Won't
tracks.
Get Fooled Again was one of them?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it wasn't. But if you want to get even weirder, I remember them saying, "Oh, that Won't Get Fooled Again. That was from the 0812 tour."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no, it's not. That sounds like a Music Man guitar. That's not from 0812. So there always was something kind of strange about that album. And then
Won't Get Fooled Again wasn't on the DVD. It was only on the CD or cassette.
Right.
Yeah.
It was on the CD. So anyway, so Sammy Hagar does a live from Cabo broadcast, and they play some live tracks. Like it wasn't him live. Actually, they did perform live. Well, not Van Halen. It was Sammy and friends performing some stuff live. But they actually did play some live tracks, and that was stuff that would eventually go on to be Right Here, Right Now. I have those tracks somewhere. I'm sure. I mean, they're not. I mean, they're out there. Some people actually might mistake them for Right Here, Right Now. They're more raw. the tracks, they're not as produced as that album was.
And if you want to back up a little bit, David Lee Roth and Warner Brothers, or either Warner Brothers wanted a best of CD or album, and somehow Roth got wind of it, and he started pushing it. And this was Ed Loeffler's answer to not putting out a best of CD. And if you guys realize, there's 4 Roth era songs on the CD and cassette that Roth got. Exactly. So that kind of kept Roth quiet, and we know in '93 he wasn't doing too well, right? I mean, his career was struggling a little bit.
He was just in jail for marijuana, actually.
Yeah, $10 dime bag
around that time or something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Look out! Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Let me see. So anyway, I know we're kind of all over the place here, but I think most of this makes sense.
Yeah.
So Sammy Hagar, they play some tracks over the radio that were live, like ended up being more produced for the Right Here Right Now. But so I guess what happened was they kept producing those tracks to the point where they had to go and re-record everything. So that's why. I mean, you watch the VHS or the DVD or whatever it is, and when you see Van Halen live, you know, you see them on the screen and it's the energy, but there's something about the music that's more. It's not live, like the energy. It's not. It sounds more studio than it does live, because you would hear more like spontaneity with Edward, with different stuff. There was way more stuff that he would do.
Right. The other thing too, Johnny, is when I think where they panned from one night to the next, I think things didn't line up on the footage, and their way of covering that up was just switch to another night on a different, angle, showing Sammy instead of Eddie. Because if you notice in the DVD, they switched from wearing one shirt to the next, and I think that was their way of covering up the fact that the audio didn't line up exactly with the video footage.
That could have been, yeah.
Yeah.
So I never had an issue with Right Here Right Now. I mean, like I said, I bought it when it was brand new, and like you just had your memory of riding in the Winnebago with listening to that. I have my memory of cruising around in a Corvette or something.
Oh, awesome!
Listening to that, like speeding around, listening to that back
T-top.
then. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what it was. But like I said, I loved it. I loved it, but the sound of the audience, it always bothered me, because it was a loop. And so it would have been great if they would have released that without the audience sound, caffeine.
Fairfield Guitars asked if I'm drinking Cabo Wabo tequila. I'm drinking caffeinated sparkling water.
I'm drinking tea.
There you go. Nick Thompson tea?
No, that stuff ran out years ago.
I think it was Johnny. Was it you that told me one of the last tracks you can hear Sammy say, "I'm out of here," like he was leaving the studio as the last song?
There's a track. Okay. Was it Man on a Mission?
We're getting nerdy here.
There was somebody I knew on Facebook who got a hold or bought an auction of a DAT tape that belonged to Andy Johns.
Oh man!
And there was 2 tracks on there: Man on a Mission and In and Out. They're studio tracks, but they were obviously it was for Right Here Right Now.
Right.
But on one of them, you can hear where one of them, Sammy's singing, and I have this in my iPod somewhere.
You sent it away.
Yeah. I can't mail it anywhere. It's insanity. But there's a track where it's either Man on a Mission or In and Out. I think it's In and Out. It's In and Out. I remember where the music's going, and again, there's no audience noise, so this is like raw, basic, like musical tracks. Sammy's singing, and then once the music stops, Sammy actually talks, and he says, "Okay, I'm out of here, man." At the very end of the song, that's what he said. So obviously, he was recording it. It was recorded. It wasn't live.
Right. And if you guys have read Sammy's book, he did all the audio tracks in one day, and they had him in a vocal booth, and he had, the drums, guitar, and bass in his ears, and they actually had the footage playing on a TV that he could see through the window, and he was following both. And he did it all in one day because I don't think Sammy was for redoing it, and he was against it, but he had to do it. So,
right. Yeah. It would have been great to hear that without that. Man, if it didn't have that audience loop on it, it would have been better. But like I said, I was a huge collector back then, so I had all the. That's where I was going. After that came out, they released a live version of Dreams as a single, where they actually went and they played at the Whiskey A Go Go, and I remember hearing about that the night before and thinking, man, I want to go to that. But at the time, I was too young to get into any of those places, so I couldn't have gotten in even if I was there, So they play Whiskey A Go Go. They make a music video for the song Dreams. They actually played the song twice. If you hear there's a bootleg from that show, and you actually hear them play. I think Sammy said, we're going to make a video, so we're going to play this song a couple times or whatever. Maybe you probably have it, right? They played the song like 2 times in a row, or at the beginning of the show and the end. I forget. So they released an official video for that. And there was actually 2 videos. There was 2 versions of that video. One had more footage of the crowd outside and more footage of the band, like at the Whiskey, before the show, like setting up and whatever. So anyway, so they go and they release Dreams as a single, the live version, basically from Right Here, Right Now. But as far as those singles, I think was there the Japanese versions, or there was were they German? Anyway, there was different singles you could get, and they would have even more live tracks on them. But they weren't live tracks from I can remember. They weren't live tracks from Right Here, Right Now. This is where it gets even better. They were live tracks from the Tokyo Dome 1989 show. So you could actually get the live version of Mine Oh Mine, like stereo. Like,
cool.
like perfect. And you can actually, by listening to that, you can actually hear how they were using backing tracks. They were using vocal backing tracks, because you can actually hear Sammy Hagar singing during the choruses in the background while he's still singing live.
And was isn't there some keyboards in Mine Oh Mine?
Yeah.
And Eddie wasn't doing keyboards that year, right?
He was. He actually was doing keyboards that year.
Okay.
For When It's Love, he actually played. And then Why Can't This Be Love, he actually played.
Okay.
But Mine Oh Mine was pumped in, which I mean, that's cool. But actually, I don't know if they were actually piping in Sammy's vocals live, but I know for the recording they did. And I think Eddie actually said that they actually were mixing that at 5150. So that actually, I mean, it's way more live than Right Here, Right Now was. It actually is live. But they actually put in, like I said, next time you listen to that or you watch even the YouTube version of that, listen during the choruses and you'll hear Sammy's vocal in there, which is pretty cool. I mean, actually, it's the same vocal from the album.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean lead vocal, backing vocal, the backing vocal. When he's singing mine, when you hear "Mine All Mine," during the choruses, "Mine All Mine," you'll hear Sammy's vocal mixed into that.
Right. Some of the best harmonies too in that song with those backing vocals.
Michael Anthony, man.
Oh, dude, that's a underrated song. Mine, oh mine.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
Yo, mine too.
I remember yours and mine.
That's right. All mine.
I remember buying that 081 too, brand new. And listening to that on the way home and hearing that song for the first time and being like, whoa.
Oh, that solo is just something else.
Yep.
Steve-O 5150 asked where Rob is tonight. Rob's like catching a fly with a pair of chopsticks. You swipe at it 2 or 3 times and you're going to miss. Once in a while, you'll catch it.
Man. Dang it. Dude, I just realized what time it is. Crap.
Yeah.
We got to split. 5150 time. Look at the timer. We just missed it. We got to split, you guys. We've got another show. I have a show actually to produce for Boner Jams and for Jay Hannon. It's Metal Wednesday, so jump on over to YouTube. That's where it is. Here, let me put the link. BEA. There we go. There's the link in the chat. Jump on over there. Middle Wednesday, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, which is in about 3 minutes. So I got to jump over there.
Come on on.
Come on. Yes. Dude. Kurt 5150, thanks. Thanks for hanging out, man. This is great.
Thank you, everyone, for showing up. It was great. Johnny and I could do this for hours, but we want to keep it short and sweet. Maybe next week we'll go a little bit longer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next week we can, definitely. Thank you so much, Uncle Leo, all day, all night. Fairfield Guitars, Steve-O, Serwin, everybody.
Symmetry.
Mikins, Symmetry, Polly Walnuts, all you guys. Thank you so much.
You guys are awesome.
And again, join us this Friday on exclusively Van Halen for your chance to win an Eddie Van Halen Funko Pop.
Funko Friday.
That's
and
right.
Frag Pin. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you so much, you guys. Join us next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, for another episode of Talkin' Van Halen on Twitch. And I don't have an outro, so I just have to play the intro again. All right, goodbye.
I love it. Bye, guys.